Hi, folks. Thank you for having us today, and welcome to Call Me AJ, by the way. And then this is Jeff as well. I'll introduce him. So Jeff he is going to help co-present with me today as we kind of just navigate different details about our camp program. And by all means, we are going to be monitoring the chat and putting any necessary information in there as well. So to kick us off, again, thank you for letting us speak. Camp this year is going to look a little bit different just because we are changing our age groups around. So to start, our camp is free. It's a wonderful opportunity for I'd say rising first through fourth graders for our youngest group, and then for our older group, we are taking in kids that are rising fifth through seventh grades. So with that, we have 6 different campsites that we're offering spots for, and depending on the campsite, it'll the amount of people will change just a little bit. So for some of our bigger sites, we'll accept a little bit more, but generally, I'd say anywhere from about 40 to 60 kids per site. So the sites that we are running this year, again, are 6 sites, and for our younger age groups, they're going to consist of um, some of our bigger rec centers. So we're looking at Deep Run Recreation Center, Eastern Henrico, the Springs, and then Dory Community Center. For our older sites, this will be our middle school ages, which the fifth to seventh grades, and that will be our Hidden Creek and Hunton satellite sites. So I would say that with those sites, the anticipation for activities is really one, a traditional camp setting where they come in during set check-in periods. We have scheduled activities that will run for the duration of camp. We do have built-in independent time, but for the most part, students are going to be engaged in pretty steady programming. Families can anticipate that activities will last anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, or in some cases, when we have special guests or field trips for our older sites, then it'll be a little bit longer. But ideally, coming into each camp day, parents and children will anticipate a built out schedule from our staff that will consist of including movement activities, arts and crafts, different brain games, and then our visitors and special guests as well. The format is going to stay the same. As in, participants can sign up for 2 week sessions. So in total, we will have 3 sessions that consist of 2 weeks each. So when families go in to register, they are going to be picking one 2 week session. So in total, again, we have 6 weeks of camp. So you're going to pick a session that'll consist of two. And this way, we are trying to accommodate as many families as we can. And just some of the feedback that we got is that we just need to offer more. And so we're trying to figure out how we do that. And this is just a solution that we found that was pretty obtainable. As far as registration goes, we are going to be looking to open registration on Monday, April 8th, so directly following spring break. It'll be at 7 o'clock in the morning, is when our community centers open also, but you can do it online. We highly encourage parents or caregivers to create their online profile ahead of time and then to save their program information. So that a way the registration process can be quicker. We do experience some sites, they'll fill up really quickly. I would love to say within a matter of days, but sometimes it's even been quicker than that. And so, again, the best option is to register online, create that online profile ahead of time. And the profile consists of just basic demographics. So who you are, where you live within Henrico, how many kids you're interested in, that type of stuff. Um, we do have in-person options for registration at Deep Run in Eastern Henrico starting at 7 a.m. that morning. So you're welcome to come to the front desk, fill out a paper registration form, and then we can go ahead and process the information from there. Let's see, I'm just going down my little checklist. The next thing is highlighting information related to medication and inclusion services. So my specific role for camp is overseeing that process. And Alexis wanted me to kind of speak on that just a little bit so families had some more details, but what to anticipate for that is pretty simple. If you are in need of medication for your child to bring in medications or inclusion services, you'll be prompted with a custom question on our registration form that will ask, if you're in need, yes or no. So we advise families to say yes if they do need that service, and then one of my team members or myself will reach out to that family personally and figure out what type of services or needs that the child may have during the experience. And so we don't typically have a lot of medication requests outside of EpiPens, inhalers, and then maybe some nasal spray, but our staff are not able to administer medications by mouth. So that's kind of some things that we'll go over with you in the process, but we do have some alternative arrangements that can be made. And then, as far as inclusion services, this typically is geared towards those that may have medical conditions or various disabilities. So, we work with the family to figure out if our camp setting is the best for your child's needs. And then from there, we build a modification plan based on the recommendations that you all give us, and then feedback from our staff as well. From there, we go into a training period where we teach staff about the modification or we teach staff what to expect for certain things so that way your student is successful during camp. And let's see. So, if families are in need of medication or inclusion services, we do have a cutoff, like a deadline for all camp sessions. And that's going to be Friday, May 17th on our website, which I'll make sure that we have the links active. You'll see everything on there as far as what to expect for camp, where to sign up, how to sign up, and all of those things. Oh, and I apologize. Our camp day, it will be structured Monday through Thursday, and we are looking at an 8:30 start to a 3 p.m. pickup time. So our staff will get there a little bit before, a little bit after, but families will stick between that 8:30 and 3, and then I'd say from there, Monday through Thursday. And that's about it. Families should anticipate some sort of general information email prior to their session. So it'll give you highlights on what to expect for lunches, if there is any special guest, field trip policies, that type of thing. Jeff, is there anything that you would add to that?
Yeah, the only thing I'll add is, Alexis, you had asked about the summer food service program. 4 of our 6 sites, we partner with Henrico schools to provide breakfast and lunch. So if a camper is enrolled at Dory, Eastern Henrico, The Springs, or Hidden Creek, breakfast and lunch would be provided each day with that partnership.